Hi YouTube, this is Pertaining to Rose and Jumpin' Jewel Beans.
Hi folks, how are you?
She's gonna make some barbecue with little weenies in it today. We're gonna have that for dinner. Excuse the mess back there. And over here she's got some marinara going on. Just for later on.
Yeah, I'm just getting the the meat cooked up a while.
You want to tell them what all you already added to the pot since I wasn't...
I added
one ketchup and whatever that says, 4 pounds.
64 ounces.
Let me throw out the garbage.
I laid it on the side so the ketchup will gather down there so I can get it all out. Now that was a generic bottle of ketchup. I didn't even realize was in the cupboard because we're not real big on generic ketchup.
Yeah, it must have been one of those times where we were buying extra and just grabbed it by mistake.
Yeah, it must have been in the wrong spot on the shelf and we just grabbed it.
You probably will need a bigger pan if you're going to add the weenies and stuff to that.
Well, I figured we'd put the weenies in a bowl. And then we'd just take and put barbecue sauce on them.
Okay.
And then we'd have barbecue sauce to can, too.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm making more than we're going to need for that 1 pack of weenies.
Okay. Oh, you got out all these ketchups. That's still not a big enough pan, then.
No, well, I'll just do what we can, and then another day we'll make another batch.
Okay. Okay.
Because it seems to me like every time we make marinara and chili and stuff, we wind up with an odd number of jars, and we have to fill with water jars.
Right.
And this way, we can make a small batch of barbecue sauce every time, and we won't have to do that.
Okay, so there's your third bottle of ketchup.
And these two are 2 pounds, 44 ounces.
Okay.
The last two were 44 ounces. And they were both Heinz. Because that's mostly what we do is Heinz. I'm not really... I mean, I don't mind doing, like, with my marinara sauce, I don't mind generic tomatoes and stuff because I find that once I start adding spices and stuff, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So I do that. But when it comes to ketchup, I'm a little finicky that and like mayonnaise. There are some things I just prefer not to do generic with. So I was a little shocked when I seen that jar of generic ketchup. So I thought, well, once you add all the Heinz to it and you add the mustard and the brown sugar and stuff, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, I think you're going to run out of room.
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
So 3 full bottles.
Mm-hmm. And actually, it depends on what size of batch you want to make. It's a recipe where it's going to be to taste. And some people want to add like chili powder and stuff to it, or hot stuff. I eat nothing hot. The only thing I do eat is the high acid content, and that's enough for my stomach. Is eating stuff with high acid content. So there's no way I'm going to eat something with spicy stuff in it.
You done with that one?
Yeah, that's fine. So I go out of my way to not eat.
Look in the strainer. I didn't get all the dishes put away. I still got dirty dishes.
So I go out of my way to not eat stuff that is spicy at all. This just adds a nice tang to it.
So you're just heating up the ketchup
Yeah.
to warm up. Watch your hand. I'm getting so they can see the flame. It's not very high. It's like a low medium.
Yeah, because you don't want to, you just want to get the ketchup, start getting it warm, and then you'll add some mustard. You'll add some brown sugar. And you add them slowly because you don't need as much mustard and as much brown sugar as you think you do. Like, it's a lot less than what you think it is. When I first started making this, I made that mistake almost every time. I'd go plop and plop a bunch of mustard in, and then it would be way too, then it would taste just like mustard. It was like the ketchup hadn't even been put in. So.
Now, mustard has a strong taste.
Yeah. And then also with the, you'd wind up with the same thing happening with the, you'd wind up with the same thing happening with your brown sugar. It would get too sweet.
That's good. I'm the garbage thrower outer.
And I don't mind a sweet barbecue. Like, I love the honey barbecue. And I might even make a batch of that. Honey barbecue and use honey instead of the brown sugar in one of the batches. But this one's going to be with brown sugar. But we'll see. That'll depend on one day if I just wake up and go, I really need some honey barbecue in my life. Because that's what I do. And lately I haven't been sleeping, so I keep, my mind keeps going all night long. And I keep thinking up things that I need in my life.
Okay, hold on a second. Go ahead.
Okay, folks, we're back.
So the ketchup's warm.
Yeah, and we're gonna.
You want a better scooper? You at the very bottom of the container.
I'm at the very bottom of the container.
Okay, so this one can... I don't know if we want to keep that container or... Nah, we don't need it, do we?
Well, I don't know, but you closed it before I was done.
You said...
We're at the very bottom. Right, so when we're done with this, we'll be done with this container of mustard.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mean like... Ew. Oh, quit. Well, glad I wore an apron. Not that there's 30 million of them here.
So about 3 decent size spoon. That's not a real large spoon there. It's like a medium scoop spoon or whatever. It's not deep either.
Okay. Up.
Are we done with the mustard? I can throw this container out. We have another large container like this. We refill our mustard containers because it's so much cheaper to buy the gallon size.
Yeah.
Like, super, super cheap compared to what you would pay in the store. Yep, your spoon has a hole in it.
Yeah. I know.
So about 2 scoops so far of brown sugar. Yeah, I seen that mess. Is that pan hot?
No.
I see that smile, Joel.
What smile is that?
So that, what she's doing with hamburger, that's like 6 pounds of hamburger in there.
Yeah.
I used about 4 pounds of it to make 2 batches of burgers last night. We made them like meatloaf burgers, you know, with onions and all kinds of seasonings and stuff in them.
Worcestershire sauce.
I'm sorry?
Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah, Worcestershire sauce.
People are probably like, those people talk so funny. Because after I hear myself pronounce things, I think, I don't think that's how other people pronounce it.
Some people say Worcestershire.
Yeah, see? So, I don't know. That's just how I've always said it.
I think it's the local colloquialism.
But that's like my mom always called aluminum foil tin foil.
Yeah, I always called it tinfoil too.
Because everybody made fun of the way she said aluminum foil.
Yeah, me too.
So, she always called it tin foil. And I'm like, why you call it tin foil? It's aluminum foil, Mom. And then I don't know what, somebody said something to her, and she answered aluminum.
It was starting to bubble up. Little bubbles were popping. A little bit more brown sugar, I think.
Okay.
It's very ketchupy.
And it's a little tart from the mustard, too.
Yeah, it's a little tart.
I was like,
Okay, so we're up to 3 decent size scoops there.
but like I said, you're going to have to taste it.
Yeah, it's a taste and go thing.
Because some people really like sweet barbecue sauce. Other people, not so much.
We don't want it super sweet.
So, I personally don't mind it being really sweet. Although, I don't know, it might bother me now since I was on carnivore for so long. I noticed that when I eat sweet stuff, it bothers me.
Right.
Where before, there wasn't nothing too sweet.
Right.
I could sit and eat sugar. But since I went off the sugar for so long, now when I eat sugar, I find that I can't even eat like a big candy bar.
Yeah, sodas are very sweet to me now. Before they weren't.
Yeah, I don't drink sodas. It's very rare for me to drink a soda. Only if we're out somewhere and it's like a fast food place that doesn't have the unsweetened tea.
Right.
If they have unsweetened tea, I usually go with unsweetened tea. And then I don't add sugar to it.
It's funny how other countries say how sweet our sodas are, how sweet our bread is. Their bread's like eating cake, you know.
Yeah.
Their bread and their sodas are nothing compared to ours. Like, We just go above and beyond, I guess, with the sugar there.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
It is kind of weird.
And then they wonder why Americans are so overweight. You know, I mean, I haven't been doing very well on carnivore lately. And I went to the doctor yesterday? No, Wednesday. And I was a little worried. I thought maybe I had gained a couple pounds back. But I really didn't. I mean, I put sugar back in my diet. I have. But not back in my diet. Like, I don't, if I want a mini candy bar, I have a mini candy bar. Where before, I absolutely wasn't eating them. I still really haven't put sodas back in my diet. I don't think I ever will. I hope I don't, anyhow. But,
except for when you had the flu, you drank ginger ale.
Yeah. Well, that seemed to be the only thing that would stay down. So, that was self-preservation because I needed to be able to have something. More sugar?
Yeah, it still tastes really ketchupy to me. Like, so how many scoops are you up to with the sugar?
4.
Maybe it's just not melted down in there enough yet. It just tastes very tangy, like way more than barbecue should taste.
Yeah, I know. I'm shedding like a dog.
I pulled a hair off of her sleeve.
My poor dogs are like, I don't shed as bad as you do. Don't blame it on us, Mom. It ain't short little hairs laying around everywhere. It's them long ones from you and Rosie. And then we blame it on the dogs. We're like, those dogs must really be shedding. And you're pulling it up and it keeps coming up and up and up and up and up. And our little dogs have this hair this long. I'm thinking, yeah, we have to take blame for that ourselves.
I seen that.
What?
She's like throwing it. Look at that mess. Oh my goodness.
You're such a tattletale.
It will stain. Mustard stains.
That was ketchup.
Mustard stains.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
I'm the cleanup crew. Gotta stay on her.
She's trying to make me kick her. I can't hit her because we went shopping the other day at Walmart. And I got this cart. And I noticed it wasn't quite working quite right. But I thought, oh no, it'll be fine. And I put about 2 things in it. Then it wouldn't work at all. And I should have given up right then and there and went up to the front of the store and got a different cart. But I might be a little, I don't know what you call it, bullheaded. And I thought, no, I'm not walking the whole way back to the other side of the store to go get a cart. Well, by the time it was all said and done, it takes both of us.
$750 worth of food in the cart.
And it takes both of us to try to make the cart turn, try to make it go forward. Yeah. It wouldn't do nothing we wanted it to do. And, yeah, I messed up my back and my shoulder. That was 2 days ago. Yesterday, I wanted to start this stuff yesterday. But I will be totally and 100% honest. I couldn't do it yesterday. So,
I'll show you some of the stuff. Excuse the mess there. Yeah. We have been shopping fools. Yes, just crazy, crazy shopping.
Yes, we have.
That's not including all the freezer stuff, all the canned stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
cans.
the cart was overflowing. It actually took us 2
Carts
carts
to take it out.
to take it out.
Yeah,
The cart was that full that I had to go get a second cart for us to load up in. The poor guy, he was an elderly gentleman running the cashier, and he was so great about it.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was trying not to make the bags too heavy for us, and
we were trying to tell him, I'm really sorry, but, we've run out of chili. We ran out of...
yeah. We did the no spend January.
And February.
Yes, and February, because that's how much we litter, and we're still going through old stuff. See, I put it on my finger.
And I washed the spoon before.
Yeah. That's a little bit better. Taste it, though. Tastes a little like... It still tastes ketchup-y to me. She makes the best barbecue sauce. Let me tell you.
I think it's that one bottle of generic off-the-wall ketchup I put in it.
That could be.
I think it's throwing it off. I don't use generic off-the-wall ketchup.
Yeah, and she don't normally put this much brown sugar in it.
No.
But it's very ketchup-y this time, and we don't know why. That's the only thing.
Okay,
there's some kind of Cloverfield or something.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I don't. I got to get all that brown sugar back off the spoon now. Because I'm done. I'm not putting no more brown sugar in it. Because what will happen is maybe it's not dissolving quite right, and then it will dissolve quite right, and then everything will be so sweet. We'll be like, Then I'll have to make another batch and make it less sweet and mix it together, and it'll become a whole ordeal that I don't really care to do, but I will if that's what it comes to.
Well, if you want, we can take a break and let that sit. Turn off the oven and let it sit. And that'll give time for the sugar to dissolve. And then we can kind of taste it out.
Okay.
And see where we're at.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, we're back and we're turning it back on. Rosie has been kind enough to drain the beef for me, and we're turning that back on. And we're going to get a big bowl here. Put the little weenies in.
Well, are you going to fry them, or are you going to put them in as is?
Well, which would you prefer?
Huh?
Which would you prefer?
I thought we'd fry them up.
Okay, that's fine. The world is falling in on me.
Yes, we don't have much cupboard space. I mean, that's it.
Okay, and where are the teeny weenies?
Down in here. Got 1, 2.
Let's start with 2. Okay.
Now they have a seasoned one. I can't remember what's called, and those ones are better than these ones. But these are still pretty good. Yeah, those were all, so we had to go with these ones. But her husband loves these, and he likes the, what are those little sausages called? Vienna sausages?
Yeah.
I'm not big on the Vienna sausages, so I convinced her to get these ones.
Yes.
So how does your sauce taste?
Well, we'll taste it here in a second.
Maybe do that over the pan so the juice don't run out. So we were talking, I'm not going to film the canning process and the marinara sauce and stuff. We're just going to do these. I was telling her that maybe we can can some of these already in the barbecue sauce. We do have barbecue sauce that we have canned up. But this will be an added to our supply, and canning some with the weenies in, it'll make a quick, fast dinner.
He really enjoys these.
Yeah,
So
we'll eat them when we're not looking.
And this will be something that he can have in his little little side thing for us when we're not here.
Yeah, that is true.
Because this is something that he'll take out to his man cave and just snack on and stuff.
He'll devour them.
He will. But it's not something I mind him eating. Well, this barbecue sauce has a lot in it. A lot of sugar, but... Ouchie.
That was hot, wasn't it?
It sure was.
Well, you got your stuff up pretty high. Oh, yeah. After it's that, much better. It's not as extreme ketchup-y anymore. But I think you're right. I think it was that oddball ketchup that we had.
I think so, too.
That might have been one of those things where we just grabbed some.
It might have been pushed over, because usually the generic is sitting beside the Heinz.
Yeah.
So it might have been that one got knocked over, and I just grabbed a bunch at one time and accidentally grabbed, which, I mean, that makes perfect sense. I don't like that I did that. As a matter of fact, it kind of half-ass pissed me off. But anyhow, you know, that is what it is. Sometimes by the time we're done shopping, I'm done. So I don't always...
Yeah, she's a shopper, and we're usually in the store a long time, and it really bothers her to walk on those cement floors. That, you know, my mom was the same way.
But I'm a
Couldn't
trooper.
stand them.
I'm like,
But yeah.
no, we still need...
Yeah.
And
she loves the shopping fact of this.
But then...
I mean, $730-some later, or whatever it was. Then we went to the Amish store and spent another $260. And we didn't even get eggs.
I know. And then my husband says to me, "Y'all didn't get eggs." I said, "The store's right down the street. Go ahead." I said, "We spent $1,000.
And he didn't even come home and help us
Unload it.
unload it. No, but we got a 50-pound bag of potatoes.
Yes, we
You have
did.
to excuse the mess out here. For $10. And I felt them, they felt really good. So I was really excited about that.
But
And that was at the Amish store. But yeah, should have seen me trying to climb up in the back of the pickup truck and carry a sack of potatoes over my shoulder like a fireman's
But
carry.
at least you didn't have to carry it both ways.
Huh?
At least you didn't have to carry it both ways.
No, but he was
No.
supposed to come home and help me unload, and he never did. And we're telling him we have over $1,000 worth of food in the truck.
But that little Amish girl grabbed it, threw it over the side of the truck like...
Yeah, like it was nothing.
Yeah. And you were all amazed by it. I'm like, hello.
Well, we did that back
When we
in the
were her
day.
age, we did that stuff too. That's why we can't do shit now.
Stop cussing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She is. She's cussing.
If you didn't notice, if you didn't...
She left the spoon, the plastic against the pan, and it started melting it. Jules fancy cooking over here. You gotta teach her not to leave the plastic in the pans.
Let me hold the camera and you do this shit. Stuff. I don't know what is with my mouth today. Such a mouth. Some days it's like a truck driver and a sailor had a baby.
Hand me that package over there and I'll throw it out. And you're frying them up one at a time?
Well, how you fry up? I mean, they're covered in the whole bottom of the pan.
Yeah, you just stir them as they go. That's what I was thinking. I decided instead of doing two separate things, she's coming at me with scissors, people. She watching too much true crime stuff.
I know. I'm getting really good at who did what, too. So that means my husband explained to me I'm watching too many true crime shows, and I said, hello? That's because you aren't shaping up. And he started laughing. And I didn't laugh, and he was like, oh.
We told him we're going to have him dig the hole.
Yeah. I said, you know, I need a really deep hole over there because I'm going to get a really big tree I want to plant. How big, he said. I said, oh, about 6 foot wide and 6 foot deep.
6 foot
6
long.
6 foot long, 6 foot deep, and about 4 foot wide. And he's like, huh.
6 feet deep?
Yeah, he said, that sounds more like a grave. Really?
Don't know what you're talking about, boss. We got special plans for that spot.
Yeah, poor guy.
Don't worry, we'll plant some daisies there too.
Yeah. You'll be
We are
pushing up daisies.
we are only teasing.
Yeah.
You know, like that Earl song.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
They look good. Yum, yum, yum. That turned out really good.
I think I'm going to go get some jars. And I think I'll put this batch in jars. Then we'll make another batch.
Oh, okay. Okay, guys, this is what we got so far. She's going to start another batch. We only bought 3, apparently. Thought we bought more than that, but...
I thought we had gotten 4, so I was going to...
But that's okay. We're going to... Some of these are going to be for dinner. So we're going to do a quick taste test.
Yeah, because the leftovers he'll take out to the man cave as snacks.
Yeah.
For his late night snacks, which is fine. So I wanted to...
Here, hand me the paper. So it's out of your hand.
So I wanted to make the bigger batch here with...
And then we're going to can some. Maybe do up 1 or 2.
You know what I need? I need the ladle. You think that should be
Yeah,
enough?
that should be plenty.
Okay.
Okay. Why don't you get us a fork?
Oh, that looks really good.
Now I'll heat up some vegetables too for this. I can't get it on my fork. Here. Try it.
Ooh.
Like it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that better than the Vienna sausages?
I don't know. I don't eat the Vienna sausages.
Okay, let me turn this. Very, very good.
Yeah, I don't sausages. He does. He loves them. But I'm not, it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, mine neither, but these are really good. I think he'll really like these.
Well, that's good. But I don't want him to like them so much that he doesn't eat all those Vienna sausages I got in there.
Yeah.
cover it for him.
Okay.
So,
We are,
okay, well, so that's how we did it.
yes, thank you so much for coming out and whipping that up. I
No
thought that
problem.
was a cool little video to do. We love you.
Love you. Have a good day. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.